And they're off. First off, they're gonna head up to the northeast to get some money. They don't have anything to fight with, so we're gonna need to do some errands before we can tackle any dungeons.
Part of this run, even though it is a challenge category, is actually pretty nice compared to the other categories we've been watching, because there's no manhandler right away, there's no low percent Gleok, there's no, even if you miss the first bomb drop, it's not the end of the world or anything. So it's actually fairly chill compared to some categories.
Yeah, I mean, it's very different than any percent or 100%, so it's kind of polarizing. Some people are like, I just like stabbing things, but but yeah, it can be very very fun, and you're right. The challenges are all different. Like the pressure points are in different places, and the route's all different. So it's change of pace. All right, we're synced, and they're getting to the Northeast 100 around the same time. Looks like.
MrDunlo, I saw woke both armrestlers too. I don't know if it's a thing between him and King Doll, but it's fun.
Yeah, I assume so. King Doll commenting on it in chat.
Oh
yeah. King Doll will face the winner of this match in the semifinals. So our runner's grabbing the blue candle. They'll get some more money in the Deadwoods, and then they'll opt for all the required items. Yeah, there is some RNG coming up. Probably one or both of them will try to get a lucky bomb here, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't drop. It didn't drop for Dunlo. It did for Antlerz. That'll save him like 7 or 10 seconds or something, because he can skip buying the bombs and also have 20 extra rupees later on for arrows and so forth.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have, but again, it's not going to make or break whoever is winning this one. Both runners getting all their shopping done. Antlerz just with a slight lead because MrDunlo did have to buy bombs, so that just adds a little bit of extra time.
Dunlo burning a lot of Octrox on the way. I don't know if he's setting up a count or just having fun.
Yeah, it's really hard to hold a count through one without a sword. So.
Yeah, I mean, usually we're not even trying to force in one, because, I mean, among other things, we usually take a... Oh yeah, he forced on the overworld. So that'll give him an extra bomb to play with going forward. I think this route, 4 bombs, because of this key that you see Antlerz getting, we don't have to kill the gorillas, so you don't end up using too many. I mean, you have enough bombs to get to the next level. So, but it's still nice to have it now, so because you'll need to get it later. Yes, this is vanilla swordless. They will not be able to kill Ganon, but they will kill everything else. And when they get to Ganon's room.
I was having to try to clip a few times. It is much more difficult without the sword buffer. It's more precise tap, similar to a screen scroll.
Yeah, they're right to left screen scrolls, ladder clips. You have to do. There are a few you have to do unbuffered, and block clips we usually buffer with a sword, which gives you like a 12-frame window. It doesn't have. You can also buffer with a B item and get an 8-frame window, but in that case he didn't have either of those, so or at least didn't want to use his candle. It's actually kind of tricky to do it like that. They're gonna grab the boomerang from these gorillas. They're gonna shoot down. Oh, or Dunlo forcing extra bombs along the way. Antlers out of one. And since they did one first, they will be able to bring the bow into 3 and get some extra keys that we weren't able to get when people used to run swordless on 3 first. And
Bo also makes a great backup for Manhandla if he doesn't cooperate.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Both of them getting the diagonal Zol key on the way in. Go up top route, which gives a free bomb pack on this shoot, and also gives an extra key when we up A, and don't have to open a door on the way back. Dunlo skipping the shoot key since he forced in 1 and it's a little ahead of with bombs. Always one dark now who wants to get cute.
Yeah.
Antlerz takes a death in the diagonal Zol. I think he got hit a couple times and figured I might as well just go back to 3 hearts and start this walkover.
Yeah. Also sets up a cool sync between them now.
Yeah. I usually only kill half this room on the way in for precisely this reason. The Zols are going to be in your way anyway, so it's nice to finish it off on the second pass and then get the key, so that you have a reason to kill stuff there instead of trying to duck around it like that.
I like killing the entire room on the second pass, because it actually sets up your count so that if you get a bullseye and then Manhandla, it'll still drop a bomb.
Yeah. Neither of them get a bomb force from Manhandla, but at least Manhandla dies for them, so they're out.
Antlers with only 3 bombs, but it's not the end of the world. It can help speed up combats in the breakfast room, and you might still even try and force a bomb along the way, but arrows can take out everything you need if need be. Runners building their count, Dunlo taking an intentional bop there to make sure he's at 0 going in.
Kill 10 enemies in a row, you kill the 10th with a bomb, you get a bomb, kill the 10th with anything else, you get a 5 rupee, and if you kill something that can't drop, it'll you get a very fast 7 count there. So Dunlo should be having a force bomb coming soon if he doesn't get hit. There it is.
Done. Being careful with the pause strats, which is very smart.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you get that bomb force. Bombs are currently the only thing the runners have that can damage Dark Nuts, so if you run out of bombs there, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Antler's also getting his count on the old man, and he'll go into the recorder room next. Dunlo going in and grabbing the bomb off the static bomb off the Gibdo, Fort Gibdo for some extra safety there. Antler's gets his force. Antler's is out. Pretty good room. Might have made up a little bit of time, not a ton. But, they're going into level 6, which is really the hinge of the run, because, the wand, which is obviously pretty crucial, because it can do things like, the reason we didn't finish level 4 is because we can't beat Gleeok without the wand, and there's some other enemies with that issue, so it's pretty crucial for the run, and it's guarded by a lot of Wizrobes, which you can only kill with bombs. So as they exit level 5, they may try to make sure they have their forces set up so they have plenty of bombs going into the Wizrobe gauntlet ahead.
Yeah, so you see Dunlo killing things on the way. Set up the count, he's most likely has a 9 count at this point to force off of the Dig Dogger.
And he got that Dig Dogger force? So he's
right before the fireball hit.
Yeah. He's up to 12 bombs on the way to 6, and Antler's right behind him into Dig Dogger. It's not force on Dig Dogger, but he finishes them off with arrows, so he only uses 1 bomb. He's at 4 bombs. He has a couple of options. He could stop at the bomb shop. But also farm Wizrobes off the Wizrobes at the beginning of 6. We'll see how he plays it. Dunlo whistling to 1 and grabbing extra rupees, which is smart because he only has 5 rupees on him. If you don't tag any of the like-likes in Magical Breakfast Room 1 with a bomb, which usually you do, but if you don't, it will take 15 arrows to kill them all. So, and you're not going to get the wand without killing those like-likes. So, pretty crucial to have at least 15 arrows at this point.
Yeah, so Antlerz did make up time in that level 5, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to be entering 6 a little bit behind because he does get the bombs here.
Yeah.
In entrance to 6 for Dunlo, that screen right before it is very scary, with the Lionels firing everywhere and only a boomerang to defend yourself.
Dunlo paused buffering in the Belfry. He'd like to keep a count past these keys. Obviously, it's kind of tricky with all these fireballs flying around, which is why he's making good use of the select pause.
Very close, but nicely done.
Yep.
Antlerz nicely done as well. Antlerz choosing to go in with 8 bombs, which is enough. Just gives them a little less spare
Yeah, it's
capacity.
risky, but... Oh, and he
Antler's
got
tagged
bubbled
with
at
the
the beginning.
bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna... I mean, okay, he's not gonna... He could have continued to try and clear that, but it would have created some other problems, so... Start over, get some more.
Dunlo does get the force right before the bubble hit, which is nice. So it looks like he's been... Yep. Very nice magical breakfast one for Mr. Dunlo. Exactly where you want to be coming out of here, pretty much. Dunlo entering this dark transition room, which is very scary, hard to get through without being hit, and gets tagged right at the end. Very common thing to have happen.
Yeah. Dunlo patiently waiting for those Wizardobes to group up. He didn't get any lucky drops off, but he does get the count with only spending one bomb there.
So there's 6 Wizardobes in that room, so that's a 6 count. He'll probably go up to 9 here.
I think he went up to 10, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, he got a 5 rupee. That was not the plan. But he does have enough to clear the room. Alright.
So
That's the one with 3 bombs, not... Antlers through MBR1, has 11 bombs. 10 once he opens this wall. But Dunlo first to the wand. Oop.
Yeah, that room is so scary. I mentioned previously, that's one of the most difficult rooms in this run for me.
Yeah. Or when Rooslugs came up with this world record route, which has the potion in it. He said, like, there are basically 2 reasons for the potion. One is that room, and the other one is Patcher 2 and level 9. Their thing, where it's just better to tank, and having the potion makes it so you can tank. But
yeah. Antlers into the wand room. Dunlo does get, I think that was a force on the last fire there. And it's entering Magical Breakfast 2. See how this goes.
Alright, Antlers has his wand, and Dunlo potioning in MBR2. Antlers on a heart and a half. He really can't get hit by anything. Not getting hit is his specialty, so it's not as uncomfortable for him as it would be for some of us, but still not trivial by any means. He is going to potion.
This room is uncomfortable for anyone.
Yeah.
Dunlo, you see, taking advantage of the fact that the blue Wizardobes are not the primary spawn in this room, so he can keep resetting the room and getting likes instead of blue Wizardobes. And only 3 bombs, that's important to do.
Yeah, the Wizardobes seem to be casting the same spell as the Magical Rod casts, but it doesn't hurt them, which I guess maybe makes sense.
Antlers take some damage, but you'll see the advantage of Antlers coming in there with more bombs, and he's able to take out the room in one go. And you'll see he's caught up quite a bit to Mr. Dunlo already, just by doing that room in one shot.
Yeah, getting that room in one shot without having to reload is so huge, because so often you have to reload, and the time can just add up. But yeah, Dunlo's out, but Antler's hot on his heels. Unload saves and resets the console. That sets all his counts back to 0, both the global and consecutive. So,
this is the fairy on 4, unfortunately, but we'll have a nice count to force a bomb.
Yeah. Probably hoping for that lucky fairy to drop from one of those red Octrunks. Yep. 27-second gap out of 6.
So these races are always fun to watch when runners are so close to each other, because things can go very wrong in 6, but both runners out there pretty close behind. Since we already have the ladder out of here, all we need to do at this point is go and pick out the Gleeok now that we have the wand, and grab the Triforce.
Antler's forcing some bombs in kind of an unusual place, but he gets some lucky bombs on top of them, so works out. Dunlo, meanwhile, forcing on the Vires, where we more often force in most categories. Antler's gets a Airy bomb. That means that he hit exactly 16 on the exact number of Vires that happen to die from that bomb. Not something you can plan, but always looks fun when it happens. Although he probably would have preferred to get another bomb drop rather than the 16.
Runners with a very nice level 4 there. Dunlo grabbed Triforce at 25.31, Antler's at 25.43, so just a 12-second gap between them right now. Next up is level 7, and if you're familiar with the any percent route, it's going to be pretty similar there. There's going to be boomerangs flying everywhere. That's going to be the main danger. Try not to take too much damage as you're going through.
I like to reload a screen on that walk because the spawns are different in 7, and I like to fix them to what we're used to. But Antler's actually, in at least some of his damageless attempts, he takes a different route in 7, so I think he's pretty used to some of the other spawns. Antler's clears that first room to get the static bomb drop there.
Dunlo took a little bit of a detour to get the static bombs in the easier to clear room.
Yeah. Debatable which is faster, because the keys are extra screen transitions, but they're certainly a lot faster to kill than the Gurias, so runner's choice, I suppose. Simultaneously grumbles. Antler's has closed the gap.
Pretty cool to see this deep in the swordless run, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some great races in the swordless section. The Dingdall swordless switch flip went to 3 games. Coming up Saturday night, we have my co-commentator Captain Green 7 facing Kron 119. That's what, 9:30 Eastern? So.
Correct. Looking forward to that one. Kron, great swordless runner from Japan, and he actually just dropped a low 36 PB the other day in swordless category, which is better than anything I've ever done, so it's going to be a fun one. See on the reload from the screen from MrDunlo, Antler's now taking a slight lead in this level 7.
Bit of a scary bubble bop there. Dunlo does not get grabbed. Into the staircase right behind Antler's.
There's a nice bomb drops there. Dunlo gotta be careful with his health situation. Okay. Antler's Triforce at 2908. Dunlo about 13 seconds behind, so it's still a very, very close race.
Next up, we're going to world wrap and then head into level 8. May or may not stop for stuff along the way. There is a bomb shop that they're going to pass. But Antler's does have only 20 rupees, so arrows are less important now that you have the wand, but still takes time, and the wand's pretty good against the Darknet, so it's not that bad going in with 5 bombs.
Yeah, definitely a scary level in the Swordless Run, because the wand does 2 damage compared to the 80% route, where the magical sword will do 4. But you do get the advantage of the wand hitbox, where it'll hit things quite a bit above Link's head.
Yeah. Dunlo picked up a lucky bomb on that walk, so he's going in with 12. He can probably throw down a couple bombs before he starts wanting stuff.
Antler's with a very solid Blue Lagoon one. Making good use of his bombs. Antler's having a quick Blue Lagoon too, but is taking some damage by standing in the middle of all that.
Yeah, okay. Holding out for the Lucky Fairy. I think he still has a potion charge left, but...
I believe so, yes.
But he'd rather save that for 9, so...
Yeah, the maximum DPS in Blue Lagoon 2 is standing in the center there and trying to hit as many as you can at a time, but it is also the most dangerous strategy.
Yeah, because of that, you know, usually in this game, you don't really trade damage for time because you lose it at the Triforce refills, but if there's anywhere where we do trade damage for time, it's here, which can get pretty scary if you don't get any health drops back. Antler's past Gleok, and he will be first to complete level 8. Dunlo gets a lucky bomb from that Gibdo. He might have cleared that room if that hadn't dropped, because it does have a static bomb, but no need to do that since he got a little bit of luck.
Yeah, both runners showing some really great combat in this level 8.
Level 2 will give them a natural bomb reload, which is one of the reasons it's so late in this category. Also, refill their keys, give them all 3 keys that they need for level 9.
We'll head in there now. Neither runner needed to use the potion in level 8, their last potion charge, so they'll both have that available in level 9.
I do enjoy how the Moldarms just melts with the wand, because usually
it's so fun.
usually we're doing it with wood sword, and maybe you have a candle, maybe you have a bomb. You can do a lot of. It's a really technical fight to speed up, but with the wand, it's not that technical. You can just demolish it easy. Eating Dodongo 2 bombs, because of course we can't smoke and stab without a sword. And since we can't force the Dodongo bomb, often pays to back out and get that static bomb sitting in the grid room, which is what Antlerz did. And Antlerz is done with level 2 and off to 9. Although only a couple rooms behind.
I'm unfortunately not getting good bomb luck there, so might be, I guess, at 11 bombs leaving here, which is not bad. Or sorry, he already grabbed the static foil up, so he'll be at 7.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if he decides to... He has the money to stop at the bomb shop if he wants. It's a couple screens out of the way.
Antlerz entering level 9, as John mentioned, has all 3 keys from level 2, so can skip this first combat room here. Level 9, probably most people would consider the second most challenging level in the swordless run behind 6, because again, you're going to have Wizrobe combat, where you've got to both manage your health and, more importantly, manage your bomb count.
Yeah. Since we're not killing Ganon, we don't have to get the silver arrows, so it's only 2 big Wizrobe combat rooms instead of 3 like it is normally, which is why 6 is actually harder than 9 in this category, which is not the case in any other category, really. I guess you could make the case for 100%, but... Okay, we're both in 9. Antlerz with a bit of a lead into the next room. He boomerangs the old man from a distance. That's actually ambiguous. It could be 1 or 2, or 2 on the count, because of how the boomerang works on the old man. It can be either, but he gets the bomb force at the end of the room and and speeds through.
Yeah, nice clock drop with 2 of them grouped up. He's going to want to force 1 more bomb, at least, to be able to handle the next Wizrobe combat room, though.
Yeah, he got 3 keys in the basement first, and backtracking into the basement again. It's up to 5. So... I was gonna say, I think he wants to force on the end of the Zulls, but he's gonna get a fairy here, and that's what happened. So he's clearly gonna take a second try by going over to these keys.
Dunlo did take a bunch of damage from Patra 1, but does still have that potion charge. He also gets a very nice clock.
Yeah, the clock drop's helping out both runners. Antlerz does get the bomb off the Zull. The little flub with the fairy count gave Dunlo a bit of a chance to catch up, though. He is going back to the old man to start his next count. He has 7 now. That will be an issue if Keith get in his face in the basement, but hopefully that doesn't happen. He got the right amount, I think, so he's going to get a bomb here.
Antlerz going into the final Wizrobe combat room here. this will decide to run, pretty much.
Yeah.
It wasn't the cleanest, but it'll get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah, Dunlo coming in right behind him, but this is Antler's race to lose at this point. He just has after 3 to wand down, and then run ends when Link holds up the Triforce in Ganon's room. Dunlo using an extra key for some safety strats here.
We're starting off with a fast Patra stance. Finishes it off safely.
Put your GG's in chat for Antlers, finishing off with a 40-27.
Very solid time for a no reset run in this category.
Yeah, for sure. And Dunlo into Patra 3 now.
Dunlo, I think, is actually going to PB here if his time on his leaderboard time is correct. He has a 41.23.
He's confirming in the. Oh, I misread. Antlers had a 39.33. Dunlo had a 40.27. And yeah, Dunlo confirming in the race room that was a PB for him. Just always
that
cool
was
to
a
see.
Super solid run. No deaths.
I mean,
very clean.
sometimes it helps to have a really good runner like Antlers chasing you. It can motivate you.
For sure. Yes, so game 2 will be next following this.
Yep, quick bio break for the runners, and we will start off in a few minutes. Switch it to Dunlo's audio just so the death music isn't on. Alright, they're all ready for game 2. We'll be starting off just in less than a minute here.
Forward to seeing this one after that fantastic game 1. It was a close race from start to finish with a PB at the end for MrDunlo. So fantastic for both runners.
And
Both
once again,
runners
they're
underway.
off.
Back to the nice, relaxing start of the run.
And if you're just joining us, we had a very close race in game 1. Antlerz with a 39.33. MrDunlo with a 40.27, which was a PB for him. Hope they both do at least as well this run.
Yeah, that was really nice to see. We've mentioned game 1. We've had some really close swordless races so far already, and those are always a treat to watch because it's a tough category, and to see both runners doing well and pushing each other, it's really fun to see. Runners get up to the northeast without issue. They will now be proceeding to buy their blue candle, picking up some more money, and finishing out their purchases of arrows and meat. We'll be seeing them both go for a first bomb drop here again. Antlerz got it in the first race. See, Antlerz does not this time. I believe MrDunlo didn't. I didn't see if he... Yeah, okay. So equal footing starting out. Both will have to purchase a bomb. You can also see MrDunlo killing things along the way. This is, as we saw last time, because he likes to try and force a bomb prior to entering level 1.
We'll get the meat and up A, and probably stop for a little money along the way, but otherwise we're ready for level 1.
So for people who are more familiar with randomizers, similar to swordless races in that, you want to get your repeatable offense early, and they'll be going for the bow and arrows in level 1. Antler's picking up the extra 30 now. So he's going to be good for money. It's nice to do while you're thinking of it, just so you don't forget later on. It is a thing that can happen for sure. Almost forgetting to...
Yeah, I noticed he didn't do it before getting the key to the side, which is usually when you do it. And it's about to open the door, and then realized, no, he wants to save that key. ASR saying hello in chat. He had a race in this category with Roo Slugs in GDQX a few years back. So, fun one. Oh, Dunlo cannot touch a keys. Oh, okay, he gets it.
Nicely done. Antler's in the exact same situation.
Oh, yeah.
It is very easy to take a whole bunch of gel bops in the map room when you don't have a sword. Keys is trolling Antler's.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, I mean, what's scary there is, since obviously you don't have the bow yet, and you don't have the boomerang or anything else you can kill Keys with there. They both got through it.
Dunlo with nice bomb force in the Guria room, picking up the boomerang. The last race, it's neck and neck with Dunlo gonna have the slight lead going into level 3. Both are good on resources. Dunlo probably will stop to get the static bomb in the keys room this time, because he has 5, unlike previous race where he had 8 going in. Keeping your bombs up in this level is super important, both to clear the dark nuts prior to the raft room, and you also want as many as possible going to Manhandla, just in case things go sideways there. Dunlo walking into his old air, that is intentional to reset his count. This will allow him to build either an 8 or a 9 count going into the Dark Nut room to force a bomb.
Yeah, he's at 8 leaving the chute. Okay, River down low, really fast turn for Antlers, and they're neck and neck here.
Both with 8 bombs, great to have. I need to spend some for the walls, of course, but and handle fight, not as scary as any percent route because you do have arrows to fall back on, but ideally you still want a nice manhandler to just roll over and give you extra bombs going into level 4.
Let's see how this thing treats our runners.
Antler's is not so nice, Dunlo's is better. Dunlo clears it into 2. Antler's does switch the arrows.
Antlerz manages to finish him off with the arrows. He does not get a force, though. His count must be high, but I don't know if he wants to gamble on that. With only 2 bombs, he may take a hit and restart it.
Yeah, with no beam sword to care about, and you're up 8 out of 4 anyway, I'd take the hit, I think. She does.
And Antlerz did take an intentional fireball hit. Nice thing about swordless, if you need to reset your count and take a hit, you don't have to worry about losing beam sword when you do that. Can we buy a master sword? No. There was in the 2019 multi-category tournament, there was a race where King Doll and Jay Coper made a side agreement to go swordless, not only in their swordless race, but swordless to magical sword in any percent and 100% no obey. I believe that is on SpeedGaming's YouTube channel somewhere, if you want to go find that and see what swordless until the magical sword actually looks like.
Antlerz does get his bomb force this time, so neither runner should have any bomb trouble coming out of this level.
Yeah. Recall in race 1, Antlerz was at 0 bombs here and had to detour to farm before he could go to 5. Won't have to do that this time, so they're neck and neck coming out of the ladder.
Having trouble with the same screen scroll, and left to right unbuffered are difficult, especially if you're not used to doing them in the 80% route.
Yeah, people talking about other side agreements people have made in races and randomizer and vanilla. We're here to have fun, so we do that a lot. But right now, it's a swordless race. Both getting potion, both gonna get this 100 secret, which will buy them a bomb upgrade.
In level 5, again, similar to the 80% run, the challenge room here is the recorder room, where you need to clear out all the dark nuts, and here the only thing the runners that will have to damage them is bombs.
Yep. Antlerz touches the Gibdo somewhat in our opportune time, so he's going into the bomb upgrade and recorder room with only 1 heart.
Both runners building their count to 7 with the boomerang on the old man.
Yeah, I think Antlerz also caught a Keese in the opening the bomb hole. MrDunlo killed 2 Keese with a boomerang, so they're both at 8 or 9. Both get their force bomb. Antlerz Antlers stops the beeping, although Blue Darkness do 2 hearts of damage, so it's not like he isn't any safer than he was before the beeping stopped. And Dunlo first to the recorder, but only by a little bit. Antler's right behind him. That Keith's boost made it even closer.
So there's a slight not sync between the timers, but pretty much synced in terms of leaving the recorders there. Dunlo does go back for the static bomb pack from the Gibdo.
Yeah, and Antlers did not do that, so see the trade-off here, because Dunlo is probably going to leave here with more bombs, unless Antlers gets, like, a lucky drop and a force. But,
as we saw last race, though, Antlerz is comfortable going into the Magical Breakfast one with only 8 bombs, so might be planning to do that again.
I mean, you'd rather have more, but
For sure.
you don't want to slow down, so... Looks Antler's killing all the pulls, so he's probably setting up a count on Dig Dogger. He did, he got forces on Dig Dogger, leaving with 8 bombs. Dunlo also forces on Dig Dogger and leaves with 12.
Nicely done for both runners, and really the only difference in time there was Dunlo going back for the extra bombs.
Dunlo not whistling to 1 this time because he doesn't need the extra 30 secret.
Level 6, as we mentioned last race, the most difficult level in this run, because you have multiple forced Wizrobe combat rooms with bubbles in a couple of them. And the important thing here is to try and keep your bomb count as high as possible going through it.
Antler's navigating a very dangerous Lionel pattern. Dunlo doing the same.
Yeah, both runners, both races got through their damage list. That's very impressive both times.
Yeah, Antler's not stopping to force more with 8 bombs. Aggressive.
Runners again, damage list through the Belfry.
Damage with Belfries for both, which...
Antlerz does get his bomb force this time.
Yeah.
Dunlo does not, unfortunately. He takes a Wizrobe beam and now he's in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, the issue here is bombing your way out or upping is the only way to get out of the like, so he had to spend a bomb. I don't know if he got any damage on a Wizrobe while he was doing it. But...
Yeah, luckily he had tagged it with bombs already, so it only took 1.
Yeah. And Antlerz gets his force, Dunlo misses it, and Dunlo came in with 4 extra bombs, so they're actually pretty close now. Dunlo just 1 bomb ahead. Alright, this horrible dark moat room will eat our runners up now.
Yep. Wow, Dunlo getting through clean.
Yeah.
So Antlerz does not have a count here. He's going to hope for a lucky bomb. Does not get it, but he can force.
He has a 6 count now, right? So.
Yeah, Dunlo, the same situation, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dunlo going to a very scarier room to force, and is not going to be able to.
Oh no. Dunlo misses the force. He saves immediately because there's nothing you can do with 0 bombs and 6, and he knows it. So, time to find some backup strats.
We will
Only
have to let
16
Dunlo know after the race that there's only there's 6 Wizrobes in that room with the key. I think he might think there's 5 because both times he ended up with a 10 count when he
maybe.
realized.
Yeah. Fortunately, he also said he's sick, so he's probably not going to join us for the interview.
Oh, true, true.
We'll tell him that when we can.
Antler's here. I missed if he has a count built or not, so could be in some trouble.
It looks like he's
waiting
trying
to take. Yeah, go ahead.
to take them both, yeah.
Now, once you clear this room and get the wand, you can clear the rest of this level without any bombs. It's slow,
Yeah.
but it's better than the alternative, which is having to reset out like Dunlo did.
Yeah, Antler's definitely trying to get them both at once, which is... Of course, they have completely different movement AIs, so... Oh, no. Well, we're both gonna have to leave and get bombs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Antler's was trying to do there was incredibly difficult, as you could see, because, I mean, if you're even, like, trying to play along, you can see how difficult it is to, with the blue one being able to phase at any time. So I was trying to think where I'd drop a bomb there, too, and I just did not see any good opportunities either. Antler's short on cash, so he's going to have to go for globals here.
Yeah, maybe just save and reset, yeah. The first kill on the blue Octrox and blue Mob ones is a bomb chance, and if you don't get it on the first kill, might as well just reset that and save and get a new first kill. Got it that time.
Dunlo taking a hit in the Belfry, so he elects to start over again, because you really do want to count going into Magical Breakfast 1. Ingdahl suggesting another option, which is you could go to level 2 early in order to get the bombs there.
Yeah, there is a free pack in level 2, which usually we don't bother with, because a room out of the way, but it is an option. But Antler's got a bomb, so he's getting this 30.
With the pause strats, does get through damageless this time. And heads into Magical Breakfast 1 for the second time.
Yeah, they both need to re-clear, because the bubbles will keep the room preserved, but only if you don't leave the level. And they both had to.
Does get the force. So careful with his bomb placements here, but is looking good. Yeah, fantastic.
Oh. That dodge of the Wizrow beam in the grid room on Dunlo's side was very close.
Yes. Does make it through both rooms damageless.
King Doll saying in chat, I've told him to hold up, but he refuses. Yeah, in that grid room, if you hold up entering, so you're like flush with the blocks immediately, they can't spawn on the bottom row. But in that case, he was he was kind of dodging around that.
Dunlo's count, I think, is only 2 or 3 because he did not get all the Wizropes in the key room. So he's gonna need to clear these all with his remaining bombs.
Yeah.
Nicely done. See Antler's farming bombs in this room, not getting the lucky bomb drop. This room is a good choice in level 6 to farm bombs when you're low because you get both multiple lucky bomb chances and then you get the force eventually. Dunlo, unlike last time, doesn't clear that room with all bombs, so if he goes with the reload strategy, which at this bomb count he's going to need to, it is going to be pretty slow because he's going to have to clear out those Vigors every time as well. Ooh, that is unfortunate. Does have the wand, and Magical Breakfast 1 will stay dead, but it is a long walk back to that room. Antler's his second time through Magical Breakfast 1 does get the bomb force, has to be careful here with the health, and he'll be okay now. Dunlo was trying to keep a count through the Belfry room, but it's... even if you do get the count up there, again, the Transition room makes it hard to keep it going into Magical Breakfast 2. Or even the Vire room before that is probably where he wants to try and force. Antler's does get the wand this time. Only 1 bomb remaining, but he'll be catching up to MrDunlo pretty quickly here. He's only a few rooms behind now. Question in chat, they are both using pause strats, because you definitely don't want to get hit in any of these rooms if possible.
Yeah.
It does help slow down. Antler's setting up a count here to get the bomb forced to make the next room go faster, as Dunlo is clearing out the last like. Antlerz, it looks like, might be choosing to set up a second force before he takes on that room.
And after all that trouble for both of them, they're finishing level 6 at about the same time once again.
Yeah. Neither runner is going to be happy with this level, but...
no, not at all, but... Oh, Antlerz isn't as far as
Oh, that's rough.
I spoke too soon. Yeah. Dunlo in the lead here in Game 2. And in about 8 minutes, we have a 100% no-up A race on SpeedGaming. So in a few minutes here, I'm going to have to leave you in the capable hands of Captain Green 7 for the remainder of the series.
So Antlerz there already probably not happy with that level 6. That mistake, taking the orange Razor Beam, very unfortunate. We'll give Dunlo a sizable lead now, and if he can have as solid a back half of this run as he did last time, he's going to be in really good shape to try and force a Game 3 here.
Yeah.
See, Antlerz trying to force his 10 count here on the keys, and if you bomb a keys or anything that doesn't drop with the bomb as for the 10 count, it will be stored. So if he hits an orange Riz Rope in here with a bomb or a blue Riz Rope, it will drop the bomb. He gets a lucky one too, so he just has to be careful of damage, but he'll be clear in bombs. Fortunately, it does take another beam. Antlerz not having a fun time in this level 6. It's one of those things where it becomes a mental thing too, where the more deaths you take, the more frustrating it is, the more likely it is to keep taking those deaths. It can spiral if you're not careful. Dunlo making quick work of the Gleeok with the wand, and we'll be headed out of level 4 and into level 7 next. Antlerz getting both his force there and a lucky bomb, is in great bomb shape again. I might just potion here, because he does have it available, and I really want to get out of 6 at this point. It looks like he does have it this time. Very nice bomb placements. Dunlo with full bombs going into level 7, so he's not going to need to detour this time. It's going to play out a lot like Uni % route, except no need to grab a red candle here. Antlerz still on half a heart, but the rest of this level not too bad.
Yeah, just don't get gridded in this room, and don't get hit by a Goma fireball. And he's out.
The lead Dunlo has is not insurmountable, because weird stuff can happen in the swordless race, especially in levels 8 and 9. But Antlerz definitely needs to hope for a mistake on Dunlo's side at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
If Dunlo has the same very solid back half he has last time, like I mentioned, he's going to be in really good shape.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head off to the other race we have starting up shortly, so, oh, death for Dunlo,
That's...
That's a pretty bad death in terms of how deep in 7 it is, so that'll give Antlerz a chance to catch up as well. But, I have to catch up to the other race that's about to happen, so Captain Green will be solo on comms for the remainder here. See you guys soon.
Fun. Yeah, so Dunlo unfortunate there, because that is a death deep in level 7, so that's a lot of backtracking here. It will give Antlerz a chance to catch up. I think using a potion here is smart, because like we saw with Antlerz in level 6, you don't want to fall in that cycle of having to restart the same level over and over if possible. And even if you do end up using both potion charges prior to level 9, it's easy enough to go ahead and grab the potion south of level 1 before headed into 9, so it's not that big of a deal if you end up burning your potion. Antlerz heading now level 4, and will be joining MrDunlo in level 7 shortly. Dunlo is going to be round 2 with this Dig Dogger. Pulls him a little bit again. Goes for the fairy and does net 1 heart out of it. But can just reload the room. If you haven't seen that before, it's a trick where as long as you get one of the Dig Dogger pups, then exiting and re-entering the room will clear the other ones. And yeah, skipping the hearts in Swordless, probably a smart idea, because Antlerz knows he has to go fast here. Because you don't pick up the magical sword in this category, any hearts you grab at this point are just for extra safety. Antlerz is very familiar with this game, both damageless and low percent, so... If he was ahead or neck and neck, you would have seen him pick up that heart, but behind, you might as well just go for it. So MrDunlo does get his Triforce and leaves level 7. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with extra safety, especially in a race situation, but once you've fallen behind, yeah, you just want to keep pushing the pace. Especially if both runners are watching each other, because if MrDunlo sees that Antlerz is still pushing him, it keeps the pressure on. Antlerz does use his potion there. I think it's a smart decision. Like we saw with MrDunlo, taking a death this deep in level 7 does cost a lot of time. Dunlo full bombs again going into level 8, so you're going to see him put those to good use in Blue Lagoon 1. Question in chat about watching each other, that's correct. Because this is a vanilla run, unlike Rando, there's no advantage to seeing where items are or anything like that, so you are allowed to watch your opponent. And some people do, some people don't. It's a choice each runner can make, because for some runners it's just too distracting. They just want to play their own game, start to finish, and without their best effort. Some runners do like to watch, I'm one of them, because then it gives you knowledge of, do you want to push the pace faster, or do you have enough of a lead where you can slow down and just play it safe everywhere? MrDunlo with a strong Blue Lagoon 1 there, leaving only 1 heart down. As Antlerz leaves level 7. Second Blue Lagoon, the scarier of the two, especially with only a wand here. He is going to switch to bombs to try and get some extra damage in. So wand only does 2 points of damage compared to the magical sword that does 4. See, Antlerz continues to push the pace. He's keeping the pressure on MrDunlo. Carefully takes out that last Dark Nut. But yeah, if MrDunlo takes a death here, then Antlerz will be in the lead. So he's got to play it safe here. One... Yeah, scary. Wand throws things around on MrDunlo's side. Antlerz taking quite a bit of damage as well. It is possible to try and set up a fairy count here using the keys in this basement, and then actually very purposefully generate a fairy explosion on these Bull's Voice. It does take time, however, and MrDunlo might just go for some lucky hearts. Antlerz in health trouble. Both runners are in health trouble. See how this goes for both. Dunlo 1.5 hearts for Leok, Antlerz 1 for Blue Lagoon 2. Dunlo making great use of pause strats. Antlerz still just 1 hit away from disaster. One more hit for Dunlo, and he does get it. There was some very nice use of pause strats there. So a great Leok fight on Dunlo's side. And Antlerz is also showing off his damage skills, being able to get through that Blue Lagoon 2 despite falling to just half a heart. And he looks to be in good shape now going into the Leok fight himself. So this, similar to last race, I think is going to be very close going into 9 again. Antlerz opting for the fast Leok, but has just enough health to pull it off as Dunlo heads into level 2. So both very nerve-wracking level 8s for both runners there, but they both do manage to get out without taking the death. And now they get a nice breather in level 2 before they're going to both have to floor it in 9. So I'm sure they're both aware of how close this is. So they're going to be getting all the keys they need for the rest of this run in this level. Won't require any combat in level 9 for extra keys. Ideally, you hope for bomb drops in here as well, and Dunlo does get his, which is going to allow him to leave here with 12 bombs. Alright, so Dunlo going to be first to leave level 2, but it's not by much, and he's going to hope for a solid level 9 here to be able to force a game 3. Antlerz is also going to be able to leave here with full bombs if he wants. We'll see if he backtracks for the extra bombs he left behind or not. does. And I think that's smart, because more so than health in level 9, it's the bomb count that can really get you into trouble. So, entering with 12, very important, and trying to keep the bomb forces going in level 9, also very important. So here we go. I mean, this has been a couple of great races so far. Neck and neck a lot of the way in level 1, and we're going to see very close level 9 entrances here. Yeah, 6 and 7 work crazy in here, and it does go to show you, and this is one category where you do just want to keep playing it out, because anything can happen to any runner in this category. Silvers are not required for this. All you have to do is get to Ganon, and once you hold up the Triforce in Ganon's room, that's where the run ends. So the main challenge in level 9 here is there's 2 forced Wizrobe combat rooms. There's the next room, and then there's the trap room later on. And in both, the important thing is to try and get a bomb force in the first room, and then get your bomb count as high as possible going into the second one. Yeah, it is unfortunate that Ganon wins at the end of this run. In the randomizer, of course, Fred did make the option where the wand can damage Ganon, and so you can complete the run. But no such luck here. Patra not being kind to MrDunlo. Antler's getting through cleaner. Dunlo here does get his force. He's going to go ahead and reload the room, and what that will do is it will give him an extra red Wizrobe instead of a blue. Antler's taking the Fireball right before he was about to go, so he's going to have to get his count back up again. So Antler's gets his force. We'll see if he goes for this room in one shot. Ooh, he gets... One was lucky and one was a force, so he is going to try and clear this room in one shot. Dunlo has the bombs to clear it as well, too. This is neck and neck. They're going to clear this room at practically the same time. Wow. Dunlo with 10 bombs, I just go for it. Floor it at this point. That's enough to clear the next Wizrobe room. Does pick up the extra heart. Antlerz is going to want to force here. Dunlo does appear to be playing it safe, and go back and go ahead and do his own force as well, which is going to allow Antlerz to take the lead here. Oh no, Dunlo is going for the fairy for extra health, I see. Antlerz plays it patient with Patra, Dunlo just goes for it. They're going to be neck and neck going into this final important combat room. Dunlo stuck in the pancake, unfortunately. Antlerz is going to be the first to get in here. Health is looking fine, I don't think that's going to be an issue. He just needs to make sure he places his bombs well. Dunlo is going to have to worry about bombs and health. Antlerz is going to have a great room. That's exactly the pattern you want to see. Antlerz taking the lead out of here. Some of the last races is Antlerz' race to lose at this point, because all he has left is a Patra, and no need to worry about bombs anymore. Dunlo right behind still, though. Does clean it up, so he will be entering the Diamond Trap room here as Antlerz heads into Patra 3. And with the lead here, he just has to play it carefully, just don't take any extra buffs that you don't need to. just don't touch his Patra, and it was coming for him. But Antlerz does make it out safely, just enough health to spare. Get your GGs out for Antlerz, who finishes with an official time of 49:18. Wow, very, very close race. Dunlo, you see, finishing up Patra 3 as well. And finishes up right behind with a 49:44. So GG's to MrDunlo as well. And so that was definitely a race where neither of them had the level 6 they wanted. But as you can see, you just have to keep pushing, fight for it, and anything can happen in these kind of races. And we are joined by Antlerz here. GG, way to tough it out in that second race there, because obviously that was not the kind of level 6 you were hoping for.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that was a race.
Yes.
I just kind of, I don't know what happened in that 6. Like, after the first death, I just got kind of tilted. Like, I didn't get any bombs from the Wizrobe, like the Dark Wizrobe room. And then like I realized that I was kind of behind the 8 ball with bombs, and then that Wizrobe, just that blue Wizrobe with 2 hits on it, would just not group up with that red, like. And then from there, it's all kind of a blur.
Yeah, that blue Wizrobe and the red Wizrobe not lining up. Because I was kind of like playing along with you. I was seeing where would I drop the bomb, and I just could not see any good opportunities either.
Yeah, they just would not get on the same page at all, and I couldn't leave the room. Like, I had 2 hits on the blue. My plan was like to at least finish the dungeon and then worry about bombs after that. But man, that was rough. But.
Yeah. Were you watching MrDunlo's race? Were you seeing he was having trouble in there as well?
I was seeing where his progress was. I honestly thought it was over. And then I just came back and like, I just kept going like for the crowd. And then I guess I probably had, I think I caught up in 7 quite a bit. I think he died in 7. And then 8 and 2 helped me catch up, and then that 9, it was a pretty good 9. So, but yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, the big difference there, as King Doll has mentioned, is Dunlo did take a death deep in 7 to the Dig Dogger, despite having a potion in hand. So that was brutal on his side.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many places for that to go wrong if you're just not paying attention. And at that point, after I thought it was over, I was just kind of playing. I wasn't really being super tilted anymore, because I was just like on to game 3, waiting for Dunlo to finish. But Dunlo says that he's in the race room. He says that he's minus a voice right now because he's not feeling well. But in lieu of an interview, he wrote a haiku about the series. Swordless is the best. That game 2 was tough. GG to Antlerz. He wanted me to share that.
Thank you, MrDunlo.
Yeah,
not feeling well, so no problem skipping the interview here.
Yeah, but thank you for doing comms.
Yeah, the only other thing I was going to mention was that level 8 was also very impressive, because dropping to like half a heart in Blue Lagoon 2 and clutching it out, very nicely done.
Oops, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I think I clicked out for a second. Oh, sorry, what did you say? I apologize.
Oh, I was just saying well done in that level 8 in the second race as well, because dropping down to half a heart in Blue Lagoon 2, but being able to clutch it out, that was very impressive.
Yeah, that was a little scary, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, with all the 6 issues, I didn't even really remember that at that point. But yeah, the fairy was nice off of that last Dark Nut for sure. But yeah, I was just trying to go as fast as I could, because I knew I was kind of catching up a little bit. So, but yeah, I much appreciated. I think I'm needed on commentary for another race, so I will go ahead and let us get going here. But thank you so much for doing comms, dude, and it's much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for the race as well. Fantastic races to watch.
I
So go
appreciate
enjoy
it.
comps. Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
so GG to Antlers, GG to MrDunlo as well, and again, congratulations to MrDunlo in the PB in Race 1. That's very cool. So as Antlers mentioned, there is another race going on right now. I believe it's over on SpeedGaming Main. It's a 100% match between Limust and Shaddy. So go check that out. The next race in Swordless is going to be on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll be between me and Kron. Is the other semifinal. But thanks everyone who was watching. GG's to both runners as well, and hope you have a good rest of your day or evening.